If you've been thinking about making a move to the Washington State area and you're not sure where to live, you might want to consider Everett. And maybe you are already a resident and you live close by, or you want to live in or move out of Everett, you're going to definitely want to be on top of the local housing market numbers. Are you not even sure where Everett is? Well, I have a video that I'm going to link at the end of this that you can check out, and it's all about living in the city of Everett. I have lived in the beautiful greater Seattle area all of my life, and I do know a thing or two about our local communities around here. If there is an area that you've been curious about and I haven't made a video on that area yet, don't be shy, just let me know. With the state of Washington's reputation of being an expensive state to live in, the city of Everett is a great area to look at for home ownership for several reasons. The first reason that you might want to consider Everett becoming your next home is that the median house price actually falls way under the median overall home price for all of Snohomish County, which is the county that Everett resides in, which is just north of Seattle. The current median home price in all of Snohomish County is coming in at $745,000. So that is exactly why we are going to take a closer look to see what kind of housing options are available in the city of Everett. Another reason you might want to call Everett home is the convenience of location. Everett is very conveniently located next to top employers, especially maybe you've heard of maybe the aerospace giant Boeing, and also you might want to consider the Everett Naval Base, very close to that as well. With Everett being the largest city in all of Snohomish County, did you know that? I actually kind of forgot that Everett was so big. And also, if you're not familiar with Everett, the city of Everett can feel very different in all the different parts of the city. So just keep that in mind. But anyhow, with just about over 111,000 people calling Everett home and only 110 homes available for sale at this very moment, it's going to make the housing market be just that much more competitive, especially with under the whole county's median home price. Little tip for sellers. Gone are the days where you can just stick that for sale sign in your yard and get multiple offers. So just be warned, you're going to have to do some work to get your house ready to put on the market. So if you have questions regarding that, make sure you reach out and we'll walk through and figure out what the best way is to get you ready to get your house sold. So you're aware how the housing market is moving right now in the city of Everett. With just the 110 homes that are on the market, the median days on market, which means when you put your house for sale and until you reach that offer point, is just about 6 days. Especially if you find a house that is move-in ready, in good shape, and is priced correctly, don't wait on the sidelines too long. Those houses are moving fairly quickly and you don't want to lose out on something that you're interested in. Don't be afraid to put in an offer, and just remember that you can always make negotiations during the contingency period. What is a contingency period, you might be wondering? Definitely reach out to me and I will walk you through the whole process. To start us off, there were 3 homes in the $290,000 range all the way up to $400,000 range, and 2 of those 3 homes were rehab homes, so they needed to be completely redone. Which leads us to my latest listing right here in Everett on Grand Avenue, coming in at $375,000. What do you get for $375,000? Well, you're pretty much looking at it. This is the main living area in this house. It's 552 square feet, but you also have your own fully fenced backyard. So it's a great alternative to condo living because you do not have any HOA fees. So if you are condo shopping or townhome shopping, you definitely want to watch out for those HOA fees. So as you can see, this property actually has been staged, and I think it's super important to stage these unique properties because on paper, if you were just house hunting online and you see 552 square feet, it doesn't sound like a whole lot. You walk in and you can say, oh, I could fit a couch in here. This is where my TV would go, instead of just a blank canvas. So anyway, if you are selling, definitely connect with me and we'll walk through and see how to present your property in its best light. Now we're going up to the next price bracket between $400,000 to $500,000. And just 10 homes were sold in this price bracket as well. This 1930s home was needing some updating, but structurally looked pretty good overall. It sold for $450,000 in just 5 days. This townhome in the Lowell community sold for $480,000 and was built in 2018, definitely move-in ready. You do have to watch out, like I said before, about those HOA fees, and this one was coming in at $150 per month. Those can increase, so make sure you are researching before you purchase a condo or a townhome or any home in an HOA community. This was available just for 1 day before going under contract, so it really does show you how quick those little areas can move in the city of Everett. This charming home was built in 1905 and is located in the downtown part of Everett. The list price was $439,000 and it sold for $490,000. Again, that asking over price was $51,000. Not bad for your investment. Moving on to the $500,000 to $600,000 range, 29 homes were sold. This well-kept home in Forest Park was on the market again just for 1 day before getting a contract. It sold at listing price for $695,995. This is a very different part of Everett. It's the Seattle Hill area of Everett, which is an interesting area as it borders on the Snohomish city as well. This 1,500 square foot rambler, known as ranches or one-stories as well, depending on where you're from, was built in 1974, also well maintained, and the listing price was $675,000. It sold for $25,000 above asking, coming in at $700,000 sold price. 9 homes sold in the $700,000 to $800,000 range, and here we are at the Seattle Hill area once again. This 1989 built tri-level home definitely had some features on it that home buyers were searching for, as it sold in just 13 days for $735,000, as well as air conditioning. Now, air conditioning is not a standard in the Pacific Northwest, so if you're not from this area, getting a home with air conditioning is a bonus. This beautiful home featured an incredible landscape backyard on 1/4 of an acre, 2,620 square feet of living space. The list price was $725,000 for this house and sold for $50,000 above asking, coming in at $775,000. This is in the community of Madison and was just available for 4 days. Moving on up to the $800,000 to $900,000 price range, there were 10 homes that sold in this price range, and the homes that we're going to peek at again feel very different within the city of Everett. This first one here is in the historic north part of Everett. It's such a beautiful historic home area, and this particular home was built in 1932. It had a lot of the original features intact and was under contract in just 4 days. The really great thing about this part of town is the streets are so beautiful, and they're lined with these beautiful cherry blossom trees, which I actually captured in that video that I'm linking at the end about all about living in Everett. But it's so awesome because it has this Grand Avenue bridge which connects you and goes all the way down to the waterfront, which is just beautiful. And it has some restaurants down there. It's really rapidly changing. So if it's been a while since you visited Everett, definitely want to check out the waterfront area. And just in case you didn't know, there are stairs and ramps for the bridge, but if you're not able to do that, it's also wheelchair accessible with a gray elevator. This part of Everett is near a big community called Pioneer Trails. It's just on the outskirts of it. Pioneer Trails is a highly sought after community to live in because it really has this park-like setting, and it has all of the main conveniences of everything just right around you. This home is set on almost 1/4 of an acre, which is a really nice sized lot for this area, and built in 1989. The list price was $879,000 and it sold for $884,900. $100,000 to $1 million range, 9 homes sold in this price bracket. Once again, we are here in the Pioneer Trails community. This Pioneer Trails home had a lot of demand for it. Built in 1993 with 4 beds, 2 3/4 baths on 1/4 of a lot. This was a rarity of a find with being move-in ready and well cared for. The asking price was $855,000 and sold for $915,000, a whopping $60,000 extra over asking. The next one is in Greenwood Park, which is part of the Silver Lake community, and this beautiful home was available for just 5 days as well and sold for the asking price of $985,000. The last price range and the highest is $1 million to $1,540,000, and 3 homes sold in this price range. So isn't that interesting? We had 3 homes sell at the lowest price bracket and 3 homes sell at the very highest as well. So this first one is in the Eastmont area, very close to Pioneer Trails, and it is beautifully cared for and was more than move-in ready. Also offered air conditioning as a huge attraction for its new owners, but it does have a $550 HOA. The last one that sold at $1,540,000 is absolutely stunning. It's very close to the Mukilteo border, and if you don't know anything about the city of Mukilteo, I also have a video on that community as well. Not only does it have its own swimming pool, but it also has views that are just stunning of the Puget Sound and a huge, just amazing backyard to be able to enjoy our beautiful sunsets here in the Pacific Northwest. So looking at the median home prices in Everett, you can see that we are still on an upward trend. This includes the median home prices for Everett for the past 5 years, which I really do like to show because the pandemic timeframe was an anomaly. So here we are in 2019 at $460,000 as the median home price. Moving into 2020, we go up to $529,500. 2021, we're going up again to $575,000, and then upward again in 2022 to $632,500. And here we are in 2023. Granted, it is the smallest increase that we've experienced since 2019, but it is still a positive increase, and it's just coming in just about $635,000 for the median home price in Everett. Around the greater Seattle area, the housing market does tend to slow down a bit during the fall and winter seasons. We are coming into our rainy, colder seasons and the holidays. One of the main questions people have is it the right time to buy a house, or is it the right time to sell my house? Well, it really depends on what your personal needs are. I have clients right now that I'm actively working with, and I'm helping them get their homes prepped for sale between next spring and next summer. So honestly, it's never too late or too early to start planning your next move. I love helping people with the ins and outs of what their real estate goals are. Be sure to reach out and connect with me. We'll go over a customized plan for you and your needs. And until next time, I look forward to connecting with you, helping you discover the great communities that are here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest.